family, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Diamond Jack, and in today's video I'm going to talk about something interesting, and then it's about me, it's about my life, and then it's about my secondary school life. So I feel I should just share this story with you guys because I've kept it for a long time for myself all alone. So I just feel I should share this story with you, and I'm very sure it's going to help some parents out there to like prepare their kids well before secondary school or something like that. So this was me as a little girl going into secondary school. I just finished primary school, and then my primary school I did so well. Like I had to jump classes from primary 1 to 3 and then 3 to 5. And then when I was in 5, it was like, oh, I wrote from 3 to 5. I think it was the first position, and then when I got to 5, my class teacher then was like, girl, you need to just try common entrance for the first time. Let's see how it goes, whether you're going to make it or not. So I decided to like key into this. I told my parents about it, and they were like, no, that's too small. You can't just go into secondary school like this at your age. You're very small. So like that, and we want you to go to a boarding house. So it's going to take care of you at that small age. Like, to them, how that was how they felt. So it was kind of very funny. It was tiring. It was disturbing to me. But funny enough, back then I was this kind of business-oriented person. They used to give me pocket money every day to school, and that's how I used to gather the money. And with that, I had to start up a business in primary school, and that business was nothing else than selling of carving biscuits. That's, if you know carving biscuits, I used to sell carving biscuits. I count, I think 5 or so for 5 naira, like that, and then it was not that expensive. I think 50 naira or so. So what I'm trying to say is that it was that money that I used to sell carving biscuit that I used the money to like register for my common entrance. Then I wrote and I passed. So when I passed, my dad had nothing to say because he didn't register for me. And then all I wanted was that since I passed, what am I still doing in primary school? Let me go to secondary school. And he was like, no, you can't go to secondary school right now. You're too small. And like that, I was like, oh, I have to go. He said he doesn't have money to pay my school fees. So luckily for me, my grandfather had a school, and then I had to like just leave my primary school, and started going to my grandfather's school as a just one student. That was how I started till my dad, depending on when my dad will deem it fit that he's going to send me into a boarding house. And then finally I got myself into my dream boarding house, which I wrote common entrance for, and then my dad paid the whole school fees and that. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is that, well, at that age I was very small. I had to graduate at 13 getting to 14, which was actually very bad. Like, I didn't have secondary school friends because many of them felt I was so little, like that, not to like mingle with them. So I didn't have secondary school friends. Let's just say it that way. I don't have any. I don't know any of my secondary school friends. I don't have any at all. So what I'm trying to say is that it actually affected me a kind of way because I was not having like a mate, like an age mate that could be advising me, okay, let's do this together, let's do that. I was just on my own, taking decisions on my own, and then trying to be that grown up. Do you know, I could not even register for my JAMB because my dad was this kind of person that you have to push. You have to tell him, okay, this is what you want to do at this particular time, and then he will help you out. But I was not able to like say, okay, let me go and tell him that, okay, I want to my SS3, that's I want to write JAMB and like that. So it was just there. I didn't register JAMB until the GNC called me. I was like, oh, your mates have registered for JAMB. Have you registered? I was like, no, I have not registered. I said, so are you not going to university? It sounds somehow that I had elder sisters, but they were not staying with my parents. So we're not together, and then I was not having anybody like cool that would build me up on that. So I was just on my own, like, to figure everything on my own. So it was then that I said, okay, let me just go and register for this JAMB, and that was the last week. So outside the school it was closed, but in the school, I don't know how the school did, the JAMB was still, the registration was still on. So that year now I just had to miss out because I took permission to go home and collect money to register JAMB. And at the end of the day, when I got home, the JAMB phone sales were closed. When I came back to school, it was closed too. So I just had to like give up because there was nothing I could do at that point. So coming back to my personal life, you know, like this influence that when you're in SS2, SS1, SS2, SS3, you understand, so many girls, they were actually big girls, some were already 16, some were 17, 18 and thereabouts, and they had boyfriends, and that was what I didn't know about. And then the pressure of, sometimes I see people gisting, my boyfriend bought me this, my boyfriend did that, my boyfriend that, so that pressure was on me. And then I just had to like formulate things. I would write letters, I would change my writing. It sounds funny, right? Yeah, that was what I was doing practically. I would change my writing and then write a letter that this is the letter I got from my boyfriend, just to show some people, to feel among, like to catch up. Okay, I can remember I once gave this fake boyfriend, this boyfriend I never had, I gave his name as Barnabas. Like I don't know who was Barnabas then, but that was the name I gave whenever I'm writing the letters to myself and then expressing how much I love myself. And I'll be like, okay, Barnabas, like that, because people are looking down on me like, he's a small child, you don't have to like molest her or something. So, and that was how I came up with changing of my writing letters to myself as my boyfriend writing letters to me. And then I'll come back to school and then show people around, this is what my boyfriend did for me. And then my pocket money, the money they'll give me to buy provision, I'll buy some things, and then I'll be like, my boyfriend bought me this, but I was not having any. It sounds funny, right? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that parents, you guys should just have to take it easy with your children. This, I'm not blaming it on my parents because it was totally me. I was the one that engineered this stuff. My parents were like, no, you can't go for this double promotion of the thing. But I was like, oh, I just needed it, so I had to. I was qualified for it. At that tender age, I was smart, and then I was like, I knew all, and then I was like, oh, I just have to go for this. The school was not stupid. I would tell my parents that the school knew what they were doing. That's why they had to give me that double promotion. And then I had double promotion 2 times, from primary 1 to primary 3, and then primary 3 to 5, and then I graduated in 5. That sounds like it's different, right? That was how it was. Like when I got into the school, when I moved from primary 1 to 3, some people were like, this girl, now this is our head girl, this is our future head girl. And from primary 3 to 5, everybody started calling me in the school head girl, thinking I was going to 6. Because back then, during my time in my school, like the prefects were given just in primary 6. So everybody felt I was going to go to primary 6 and then become the head girl. But I never reached primary 6. I don't know how primary 6 class looked like, but I graduated in 5. So what I'm trying to say is, when you have your kids, do not allow them to rush. Let them be coming steadily with their peer group. It helps them to grow better. Like with that, it made me to be shy. I was not this kind of I was not a shy child, but because of that, when you have to talk in the midst of your seniors, and then they'll be like, hello, like, who is this? Like, what's this child saying? And to a point, even when I finished secondary school, I graduated, I entered university, I was done with university. When I'm chatting, my friends, my mates, my secondary school mates on the chat will be like, who is this small girl? Like, it's so annoying. Like, it makes you to be shy. It reduces the child. So what I'm trying to say is that don't allow your children to like jump classes that much. If they have to jump, maybe the age has gone far. Graduating at 13, it wasn't easy for me. Like, I faced a lot in life and I couldn't do so many things, and I knew that was why my parents didn't push that, okay, you have to register JAMB at SS3. They just allowed me to figure it out by myself, which I was unable to do it. Okay, let's stop here. We'll continue tomorrow about my university life or post-secondary school life. See you guys in my next video. Please hit the subscribe button and share this video. Bye.